so you worked as an engineer with Apple, and so you've worked on creating video games and different toys, and you've worked with Disney. Um, what happened? What?
Said, Said, you say, what does that mean? What happened? You can't say that someone can do stand up and art for their career and passion, you know?
Habibi, did my mom ask you to ask you that? Are you on the phone with
Maybe
her right now? Is that what's happening?
100%. She DM'd me before the podcast. She's like, please find out what happened to my daughter.
No, it's funny because, like you're educated, you have experience, you have everything that gets you a job. And if you're not working right now instead of doing stand up, that gives none of us hope. We're all kind of screwed. Everyone's looking for a job and you're the most qualified for it and you don't have it. So
Yeah.
now we're all like, well, if she can't.
Fair. That's a good point. Um, what happened is such an amazing question. Hey, what happened?
Hard hitting. Nice one,
Hard
Said.
hitting question. Journalism is great. Um,
100%. Straight to the point.
I'll tell you what happened.
Hmm.
I okay, like I mentioned, growing up, I was like very much the artist, like doodling, drawing. Um,
Hmm.
my background is very much like the I don't know, stereotypical immigrant kid experience. I got into a fine arts based high school and I got into an engineering based high school, and you know where my heart was, but I think you probably also know where my parents' hearts were. And they weren't wrong. Like they really pushed me to really to pursue the sciences and something that had, I think, more guaranteed stability. And so I became an engineer. I went to an engineering college and got my degree. I started working somewhere in the arts of engineering because I was trying to find a way to mix the two. So that's what ended up getting me into themed entertainment, which is how I ended up at Disney. So I worked on different theme parks and museum exhibits at a couple of companies. And then at Disney, I was working on toys, really high tech toys. Like these are basically like consumer electronics, but for kids.
Mm.
Um, and then that developed into my next job at Mattel working on toys. And then that turned into a career, a couple of years at Apple working on consumer electronics. So I was working on headphones, which again, same type of mechanical engineering principles. You're really working on developing plastics, metals, and then PCB boards and connector, like all
Hmm.
those things all just go together. Whether you're making it
Also,
into a high
you're
tech
saying,
toy or
sorry to interrupt, but you said
yeah,
headphones. I mean, you're downplaying it. You're working on Beats. Like it's one of the
yeah.
top brands in the world. Come on, don't downplay yourself like that. It's like one of the best
um,
headphones in the world. Come on.
oh, thank you. I will pass that information along to my former team. It was all them, literally all of them. I feel like I was the engineer on the team who's like, I don't want to mess anything up. Like, I'll just try and learn as much as possible and do what I can. But like, I was nervous
Mhm.
making any decisions because I was like, any decision I make could cost Apple millions of dollars.
Yeah.
um, which I wish I had more confidence in because when it comes to stand up, I'm very much like, this is my experience and I can just talk about it. When it comes to
Mhm.
engineering, they're like, hey, why did you pick this type of plastic? And I'm like, oh, I forgot why. It's because I definitely looked at the data sheet and I know that it can withstand this temperature. Like, it's, yeah, there was, it, I think I wasn't meant for engineering. I'm too ADHD, neurotic, like self, like oh my god, what, like I don't want to mess up. You know, perfectionist. I'm a perfectionist. There we go.
Mm.
Mhm.
Which I guess might be even helpful in engineering, but to me it was detrimental.
That would help the stock
And
prices. Being perfectionist.
yeah,
Yeah.
um, so there was a lot of like I had anxiety being in that field. As you know, people will look at my resume and my career and be like, "But you worked at all these amazing companies," and like I think that was the perfectionist in me, like just trying to um, constantly be better and better and better. And it got to a point where I was like, I was burnt out and just I wanted to focus on things that filled my heart. So once I got to a point where I could do that, like securely for a little while, I took a break from engineering. So now I'm fully just focused on stand up and art for the next couple of months. We'll see how long it takes before I run out of savings, and then I might, call up Mattel and be like, "What are you guys up to?
Hey,
Do you need a project manager?"
hopefully your stand-up career keeps going and you keep elevating it. It's been done so many times, and we've had a bunch of people on this podcast, who were different things in their past, and then
Hmm.
they built up, and then they pivoted. They took the opportunity to do stand-up, and now they're successful. So
Yeah. And
it can
honestly,
be
I
done.
think life is too short to just, to just settle for doing something because of, if I have the opportunity and the privilege to like explore something new, I'm going to take it. And I feel like that's going to be the case no matter where I am in my career, in what field I am. I told my previous coworkers this because when I was leaving Apple, I was actually really like invested in software development. And I was really like, there was this project I really wanted to work on with neural networks, and I had to learn Python for it. So I was really invested in like doing that. And then thank God I didn't, because everything I wanted to do, ChatGPT can do in 20 seconds.
Ooh,
I just have to ask
Oh
it.
God.
Yeah,
we're screwed. We're so
I
screwed.
know. But I,
We're
I
so
was
screwed.
telling them, I think I'm going to change careers several times in my life. Why not? Figure things out, find like experience new things. If I have the privilege to, why not?
What's next for you in another 10 years or so? Would you pivot
Um,
again?
I want to keep doing stand up because that literally is like where my heart and soul is. I love doing the writing and just finding things about life that you're like, that's stupid. I'm going to say it on stage. But I've been working on fine arts for a little bit, and I think I want to try and get into tattooing and seeing how that goes. So we'll see.
Nice. Do you do
Yeah.
like stick and poke tattoos or traditional tattoo guns or what kind of?
No, just like the machines, the
Oh,
regular
nice.
coil machines. Hmm.
Cool. Oh, I
Nice.
want to ask you about that moment for you when you quit your job. You were like, you know what? I'm done. I'm gonna be doing stand up. What was that
Hmm.
moment like? Because in this economy, you should not quit your job. If anyone's listening to this, Laura is an inspiration. However, in this economy, do not quit your job because you might not get another job. Am I
That's
wrong or
fair.
right?
You're right. You're right. I would say definitely don't jump without a safety net, or a parachute, definitely try and have those set up. Um, for me, that moment was post pandemic,
Hmm.
uh, when things were starting to open up again. And I was like, oh, I really don't want to go back to the office. you know, I'm done
The
with
commute.
playing office, the
Commuting is
commute, the
what got you.
politics of like, the just all of it. I was like, I don't want to do the office life again. Um, so I needed a break. And for me, when I was able to like, put in my notice, I was like, oh, no, this feels like I went with the gut feeling. It felt right. I went with it. And thankfully, because I was an engineer for 10 years, I had built up enough of a safety net that I could take some time off without, you know, being hurt by it. But again, that's not for everyone. Make sure you have, your ducks in a row. It's not easy out here. Some people, we still need healthcare.
Yeah,
So,
100%.
100%.
How did people react to you making this crazy move?
oh, great, amazing. Everyone was so supportive. They were all, my
I think
parents
this goes
threw
back
me
to
a
the original
party.
question. Like, what happened?
Hey, what happened? um, well, I think a lot of like my friends were supportive. The people in the comedy community were obviously supportive, because they were like, "Good for you. We want to all get to that point." My
Hmm.
parents were less supportive, but I grew up that way. I'm used to that.
Yeah,
you know.
it's
Um, they've also grown over time now, where they're like, we we care more that you're finding what makes you happy and doing, what makes you happy, and you're not stressed over the little things. But
Mm,
that took a lot of time, because they spent, my entire childhood just worrying about us kids, where we're going to end up, how if we're going to
Mm.
be okay on our own, all that stuff. So then once they like saw that we're figuring it out, I think they chilled out.
Do you want to take us a bit back to your childhood? You can lay down on the couch. Tell us about where you grew up.
Okay, so my childhood traumas are, oh my gosh. I grew up in New York City. I grew up
Mm.
in Brooklyn, Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, where all the Arabs were until they all moved to Astoria, Queens. Um, I loved it. I loved growing up there because I think growing up in New York City for a kid is like a dream.
Mm.
Um, there
yeah.
are so many like opportunities that I was afforded that I think only came from having grown up there. Um, like there's so many institutions in New York City that you can have access to. Um, when I was in high school, I was like studying astrophysics at the Museum of Natural History,
Mm.
uh, which only happened because I had access to the Museum of Natural History. Uh, you know, kids in small towns may not have those types of opportunities. So it was really, really wonderful growing up. With that side, I also did grow up with a very conservative Christian Arab community. So as a girl, it wasn't always the most supportive of my freedoms and the things that I wanted to do. As long as they were like academic, it was fine. If they were social, it was like, why? Who? Who told you this? Who's influencing you? What movies did you watch that made you want to go to a party?
Yeah. It's like every Arab parent is very good at interrogations. Like they're
Oh yeah.
just interrogation, maybe some torture, analytics. I don't know, everything. Like knowing every detail about your life is just it's a skill for them, and they have to know.
Hmm. Absolutely. Yeah.
Um,
Wait, I have a question for you guys.
Yes, please.
oh yeah,
Okay. Ali, so uh, you went to Boston. Did you grow up in the States or did you grow up in Lebanon?
Okay, so I was born in Baltimore, Maryland, in the United States of
Okay.
Freedom. That's how I got my passport. And then
I don't know.
I lived in Lebanon. That's where me and Said met. We went to the same school actually. Wow, a long
Oh.
time ago. We were little boys.
yep.
And we both and then
Okay,
we
let's
lived
not
in
make it
Lebanon.
weird, Hadi.
we
Let's keep going.
Yeah, just lived in Lebanon. I came here for college in Boston, and then I moved out here in LA to live the best
Yeah,
life. And yeah,
Hmm.
now we're doing this
that's how.
podcast.
That's why I have abandonment issues because at the age of 18, Ali, one of my best friends, just left to America and left me in Lebanon. I got stuck here, but
No,
that's
Side,
fine. We moved
Well,
on.
you go,
so
Side. It's
hold
your
on. You're
turn.
in Saudi now.
Sorry,
Are you in Saudi now, though? No.
I am in Saudi now. Yes,
Saudi.
I've
Yeah, Saudi.
I've
Are you correcting my
moved
Arabic?
around quite a bit, to be honest. Hey,
That
بحكي
was
عربي,
rude.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Wait,
Sorry,
what?
sorry.
Wait,
Go
what?
ahead.
Kafiri, yeah. Continue.
Yeah, I stayed in Lebanon 4 years, did my bachelor's there. Then I moved to London and got unforcefully deported, and now I'm in Saudi. That's fine. I
What is?
unfortunately do
Does
not have
that
a
mean?
passport, so that's why I had to leave.
What is like? They were just like, "Hey, you have to leave," and you went, "All right."
Self-deported.
Like,
Yeah, self-deported.
oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. They're like, your time's up. Come on, get out of here. Let's go.
Yeah.
Move it
What
on.
What was that decision like for you, Said, when you were there? You were like, I just gotta go before they
Yeah.
cancel my visa. Before my visa's up.
I mean, yeah. I think I had already subconsciously I had that decision made maybe 4 months before the visa was done.
Mm.
Um, like I don't think I wanted to stay living there anymore. I was kind of like playing with the idea quite a lot. I wasn't 100% sure, but I think I was mainly going towards not staying. And then a few issues happened. I was supposed to stay, and then somehow it didn't work out. So I guess it was just for the best. I would say I'm happier now. So, you know,
Oh,
maybe,
good.
yeah, it's good shit. Obviously, I'm not very good at communicating about my life, so I'll just keep it at that. And we move on now.
You literally have a podcast. What are you talking about?
I'm the one who listens more than speaks about himself. So that's the podcast. Like I think it takes a certain amount, like like a certain skill set to be able to do 500 interviews without talking much about yourself.
Hmm.
And now the tables are turned, and Laura
Yeah, now
started
I'm
asking
so
us questions.
curious.
Go ahead, Laura.
Yeah,
And
we
I'm like,
dodged a
okay,
lot
so
of
like,
bullets, but now.
okay, now tell me everything. What do you do? What is going through your mind? How's Saudi? Sorry, how did Ali, how was I supposed to say it?
Saudi.
It's Saudi.
Saudi.
Sorry.
Uh, there's quite a lot of questions. I don't know where to begin. I'm just gonna say, um, no comment.
Oh,
Say what? You
Let's
don't
stick
have the
one
Fifth
question,
Amendment.
but
You guys don't have Fifth Amendments in Saudi.
we don't have what? Thin mints?
Fifth Amendment, which is
Yeah.
I
So,
choose not
yeah.
to
So,
speak.
so we have to speak. That we have. Okay,
Yes.
we have to share.
I've never met an Arab
Uh,
man who doesn't want to speak.
And now she's questioning your masculinity side, so you
No,
better.
is this
um,
my childhood trauma? Never met an Arab man who doesn't want to say his opinion.
no, to be honest. So my opinion on Saudi is actually I enjoy living here more than the UK. The UK definitely
Mm,
has benefits to it, like amenities are provided. You have everything is much easier. You have public transportation, but as a lifestyle, I don't enjoy it that much over there. It's expensive as fuck. You get taxed like crazy. Um, Healthcare is free, but I mean, you have to wait 9 hours to get checked if your leg is broken or not. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
yeah.
Yeah, things are very slow
And it
there.
rains
And
nonstop.
huh?
And it rains nonstop. Doesn't it?
Yes, yes. The weather is not nice. It's very depressing. It's so I guess I have more negatives than positives to share about the country. So while here in Saudi, I mean, everyone's just like friendly. Maybe it's because like I'm just used to living in an Arab culture. I get I get it. It's easier for me. Yeah, people
But
are just
did
more
you
friendly. I
go,
have a bet. Yeah,
sorry, did you go to the British Museum and see all of our history?
I saw everyone's history there. It wasn't just our history. It was everyone's history. You've got the Arab history, you've got the Greek history, you've got the ancient Romans, whoever you want is there. Doesn't matter.
Oh
Everyone
my
but the
God.
British. It's like
Yeah.
insane. But yeah, I went there. I saw the colonialism, the effects of colonialism, and its and the great bounties that they've gained from it. It's pretty cool.
Hmm.
I mean, they do have nice architecture to look at, but I mean, when I went to Georgia, I was like, that architecture looks even better. So like, fuck that shit.
That's cool. Have
Yeah,
you traveled a lot around Europe?
not a lot. I should have taken more opportunities, but um, not having a European passport does have its disadvantages. The Lebanese
Yeah,
passport needs a visa for like everything. Well, that's fine. I
that's fair.
mean, I did get to go to Norway. I've been to Georgia, been around the UK. Went to where did I go to? Been to. I don't know. I didn't go to Scotland. Fuck that. It's fine. I did meet some good. I met. I did meet like like a very diverse group of people over there in the UK because like it's very international. So
Right.
yeah,
Sai, can you
it's
give
fun.
us one happy memory of you being in England? It's just so depressing, and it's supposed to be a lighthearted podcast. So just give us one thing before we continue.
Does it? Damn. I guess
One thing.
maybe it's one good thing.
He's like,
Okay.
the Indian food was fire.
um. I did make a lot of nice, like I met a lot of nice friends there. I had some good friends that I really enjoyed my time with. Italians, Lebanese, Croatian. It's like every everyone but the British, I enjoyed my time with, basically.
Oh my god. Okay.
Wow, the
And
sentiments of
and
the
I did try
world.
to exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's a happy ending.
is that
Wonderful.
good? Yeah, happy
Yes.
ending? Cool. Nice. Let's move on. Nice.
Anything else, Laura, you want to ask before we continue?
No, because so I was gonna go right after the pandemic when I told you I was like gonna go
Mm-hmm.
study um, software development. I was actually gonna do that in London,
Mm.
and
Nice.
the pandemic kind of changed things around because all the schools went like virtual for a while. And
Mhm.
then after things started opening up again, I was like, okay, let me just focus on what like fills my heart. Um, but I traveled in between when I was in between jobs, I did a quick Euro trip, like when I was in my early
Mhm.
20s, backpacked, stayed in hostels, the whole thing. And I stayed in London, Bath, and Bristol, and I went to Dublin. And out of like all my time in that area, Dublin was my
Yeah.
favorite. And they're like, yeah, Ireland's not even part of this. And I'm like, good, good. Yeah, no, keep your identity. This is better.
As a tourist, like definitely if you're visiting, it's beautiful to look at, to
Yeah.
explore. Obviously you learn how to protect your wallet and your phone from pickpockets. Um, it's a good skill to
Yeah,
have to
Paris.
learn, you could
Yeah,
you could take it around, yeah. I mean, but yeah, maybe living is it's a tough one,
you're
you
right.
know?
It's like
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Lebanon
yeah.
a little bit. Would you say Lebanon's fun to go for visits and stuff, but trying to live there would be a lot more
100%.
challenging? You would say
Yeah, maybe that's why I picked London, because like same
it's
feeling, same experience.
more electricity.
Okay, so I shouldn't move to
Yes.
Beirut.
Um, one day I would love to live in Beirut. We don't want to knock it down, and it's coming. The day is coming, but yeah, right now at the moment, there's a lot of obstacles you can say that make it much harder to. I could not do this podcast because there's no Wi-Fi or electricity or a lot of things. So it's okay. But I don't know. Would you ever go to Syria?
I've been trying, but it's never the ideal time. I haven't been back since 2010. Last time
Hmm.
I was there was 2010, so it's been 15 years. I would love to go back. Um, but every time we kind of make tentative plans, something happens. Last summer, we were trying to go, me and my dad,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, then like he ended up not taking off, like not being able to take off of work.
Mm.
Um, and then when we had pushed our plans and pushed our plans, and then the Assad regime fell, and we were like, maybe we wait and see what's gonna happen. And now I've been like checking in with my cousins and my aunties. Like they're like, maybe wait because even though uh, like right after the Assad fall, they were like there
Mm-hmm.
wasn't really like a police force to keep people from like um, committing petty theft and stuff. So like just hang on, just like wait for a little bit. And then they finally
Yeah.
started getting more consistent electricity and food prices started to drop. And so they're like, okay, maybe now's a good time. But then they're like, actually wait because like neighborhood kidnappings. And I'm like, okay, okay, I'll just hang on. Um, so hopefully soon. I'm like dying to go, but I haven't been in so long. I went to I went to Egypt a couple years ago. I went to Amman a couple of years ago. I've been trying to get to Beirut like as soon as possible, but like Damascus is definitely where I'm trying to be.
Mhm.
You should
Do
try
you
to
feel
come to
like
Beirut
Yeah, I
sometime.
really want to.
They do
Yeah,
stand up. There's tons of stand up in Beirut and
yeah.
over the place.
I know, I know. I when I was in Amman, I connected with John Ushar, and then one of my friends in New York is Natalie Akan. So like between them, I'm like, I definitely want to visit and maybe even set up a show. But my Arabic isn't as strong, so it'd have to be in English.
Yeah, you can do English shows. Tons of people do English shows,
yeah,
and
Natalie's
tons of
definitely
people
has
go.
done a few in English.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna one day I'm going to do my stand-up in Arabic.
You don't have
One
to,
day.
but if you want to, it's a fun
Yeah.
goal.
Personal goal.
Stand-up's hard,
Um,
and to do it in two languages sounds really hard. I mean,
Yeah.
the only person I've seen be able to do that so good is Bassem Youssef, honestly. Bassem is the only guy I've been able to see do English and Arabic, and
mhm.
maybe he's your inspiration that way, but man.
Yeah.
And he's
He's
a
a
really
friend of
hard worker too.
mine,
Yeah.
and he's definitely an inspiration in some ways. Especially because when you were talking about like people who switched careers, that dude was a heart surgeon. He's like, I'm actually going to go on stage and just dick around. Yeah, talk about a
Yeah,
career change.
he's
That's
definitely like the
inspirational.
the stereotypical inspiration for any Arab that you know gets pushed by his parents to be either become an engineer or a doctor, and then be like, you know what, fuck you guys, I want to do whatever I want, and then end up becoming a comedian.
Yeah, there's some great Middle Eastern comedians that I also like. In general, just I look up to, and I'm excited to, you know, hopefully use them as the blueprint as well. Like you guys know Namir?
Yeah, of course
I
we
mean, yeah,
yeah.
of course.
Yeah, like he's also fantastic. I've seen him do his sets in English. I've seen him go to the Middle East and like do his sets in Lebanon, and I'm like, okay, it can be done.
So then we're gonna. So how is your Arabic at the moment? Like, are you working on it? Are you practicing? Is it?
Okay, listen,
Do you see any improvements?
عم حاول اتعلم اكتر
Okay.
بس من سنتين انا واختي نزلنا على عمان ودرسنا. انا
Hmm.
بحكي شوي بس مو 100%. وفوق كمان انا بحكي ديراني. Uh, so not everyone understands me. And I definitely
A few people
Oh,
might.
it's good. It's good.
I understood you.
yeah,
Yeah.
shukran.
It'll
But
get you
people
through
tell me my
McDonald's,
accent is
like if
good.
you want
Yeah,
What do
yeah,
you think,
yeah.
Said?
That's cool.
um,
خلاص
and gr-
بنكمل الانترفيو بالعربي.
okay.
خلص تكرم عينك بنظبطها، ما لنا مشكلة. علي، قادر انت قادر تعمل البودكاست بالعربي؟
طبعا انا اكتر واحد قوي بالعربي وبطل العربي وملك العربي. وعندي سؤال الك لورا، هل بتحبي الفاين ارت العربي او الامريكاني او اليوروبيه؟
Jeez, what a question. شو هالسؤال؟ Maybe this is the whole podcast. Laura tries Arabic.
We'll put that as the thumbnail.
I was trying to say fine art in Arabic. I'm like, how do you say that?
Fun.
There you go.
Yeah. That's
فنون
such a great
الخيالية؟
question.
No.
Okay, I appreciate European art for, you know, the stoicism and blandness that it has. And I will I'm not gonna lie, I'm absolutely in love with like traditional indigenous like paintings of from Middle Eastern
Mhm.
cultures, especially Persian, the way that they had them set up, the frames, like the actual like the what do you call them, the tableaus. They're phenomenal. So I have been trying to study more of that. And then when it comes to American art, it's such a new, like what we consider American art is still very new compared to the rest of the world, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're talking about the indigenous people of America. But I think what you're saying is North American art. That there's some interesting qualities to it. Hold on, I think we might have a guest.
Who is it?
Oh!
She needed to get her face on
Aw.
camera. Thank
Hey,
you,
Hi
baby.
there.
Say hi. Say hi. Say hi.
Lux. Hello, friend.
Look at this baby.
You
Okay.
use the restroom.
Mommy's doing a podcast. Mama's doing a podcast, baby. Go over here.
She wanted some attention.
Do
Um,
you have do you have to like take her
oh,
out for walks to get in the bed restroom?
yeah,
I
she's a
didn't know what the
dog.
that was the dumbest question I could have asked. Carry on. Yeah, tell me about your favorite.
Yeah,
Yeah, fine art.
Ah, we're supposed to be
I don't know.
professional.
I find it amazing how people, because I have cats and I love dogs, but like cats,
Mm,
they live inside the apartment. They're cozy, but this cute puppy, you have to walk him. You have to take him on walks a few times a day.
yeah,
He's gonna be
morning and
okay.
night.
He's
She's
gonna be
fine.
she's gonna be okay.
She... I took her out this morning. I am a responsible adult, and now
Nice.
she is okay. All right, hang on. I was on. Hey, 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 let's talk. Hey, let's have a conversation here. I'm in the middle of something. Hey,
So
yeah,
okay, you were telling us about
yeah.
all your favorite fine art painters. For me, I mean Van Gogh honestly is my favorite out of all of them. He really like I see a painting like that, I'm like, wow, it touches my soul.
Really?
I love Klimt. Yeah, another one of
Yeah.
my favorites.
Really?
Yeah, I have a bunch of
You're like,
Klimt fine art here. I like the
you
European
just like
style,
big
honestly.
square blocks of color?
Yeah, it makes me feel good, and I love it. No, I just love the artistry, um, and I'm like a filmmaker, so like just all those arts, they're very cinematic. They have a cinematic tone to them,
Yeah.
from my point of view.
I love the
So
Renaissance. I love the Renaissance period. Oh my God, hang on. If you can excuse me for a second, I am gonna
no,
push her off the
do your
bed.
thing. No,
Of
do your
course,
thing.
take your
Okay.
time. Have a conversation
Hey,
with her. Tell her.
Said,
get
tell us
out of here.
about
Oh,
your favorite fine art.
Get out of
well,
here.
I can show you my family's fine
Stay.
art. My aunt
Stay.
likes to draw a lot, and she does paintings, and we have some of those paintings. I always grew up with like one of her paintings around. Salam, kifak, tamam. So this is one of hers.
Oh wow,
Hi, I'm
that's
Tomilita, صح?
gorgeous.
Yeah, nice. Yes. I was just talking to my dad one night, showing
Podcast
you
on
guys.
wheels, bro.
Oh my
Yeah, of course.
gosh.
Podcast on the
We keep
go.
moving.
That was really
I'm
pretty.
not. Yeah, I can't stay in one place, can I? Right? I keep moving around countries, and apparently the
But
podcast is what
that
keeps me
was a
moving.
camel, wasn't it? Sorry, I just saw it for a few frames, but that was like
Yes. So that one actually isn't a painting. It's more of like with material. She made it. I'm not exactly sure which material she used because I think it's more of like a stitching kind of thing. But it's pretty cool. Like I remember always growing up with made like massive portraits like this around the house. I was like, I never really thought about it when I was young, but I was like, where is this? Who did this shit? You know? When I grew up, I started asking about it, and my dad was just telling me like, yeah, this is my sister. She knows this, and
That
she
was
sells the
wow.
art as well.
gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. So
Oh my
like
God. Okay, so
these kind
now
of like yeah, these kind of like left I would say an imprint on me growing up because I always enjoyed um like the traditional Arab culture and the paint the art of it and because like we also used to have one in Lebanon which was literally like one of those old streets like the old markets, you know, and it's a drawing of like the old markets with like people just walking around and stuff. Obviously it's not active, no one's actually moving around, it's not animated, but yeah, for me I really enjoyed the Eastern art, more traditional stuff.
that
Cool,
was
nice,
insane.
that's my sharing.
Saeed, you're opening up. I've learned so much
Yes.
about
Isn't
you
it
today.
okay, so here's the thing I've noticed. There's um two different types of uh, okay, this is going to get controversial and political. There's two different types of Arab men.
Brace yourself.
Oh, oh,
One are the
okay.
ones that are so ready to offer their opinion and they're loud. This is my cousin I'm talking about. He's the least informed and loudest person I've ever met. And then there's two, there's Saeed, he's like, oh, I don't want to talk about my life. And then when you ask him a question and he opens up, he's like, look at this amazing painting that my literal family does that belongs in like museums. And you're like, oh, you're the one who should be talking, not my idiot cousin.
Um, I I think the reason why is because, for example, people who maybe people like me in my situation don't want to talk about these things because they're just, for them, it's probably just like normal to have this stuff around because they grew up around it, and they don't they don't enjoy talking about themselves. They enjoy more listening and just enjoying the moment. It's not about the lack of opening up. It's just maybe it depends on the environment that they're in. You know, I would say maybe because like speaking for myself, I love the company of my family, and
Habibi.
like the friends that I do open up to and I enjoy the company with are the ones that I have really close relationships with. And I don't always open up to them as well. It's like more of in the moment kind of thing. Like if the topic is brought up and I get asked a question, I'll talk about it. But if no one's asking, I'm like, why the fuck do I have to share? Don't need to, you know?
Said, you're being
And
so wholesome today, bro. Why are you not married yet?
Wholesome. He literally dropped the F-bomb like 80 times. So wholesome. What a family-friendly
it's
show.
it's trying
He
to
goes, I'm not
cause
gonna
I'm trying to
fucking
keep
share.
balance, you know? Like not to be too wholesome and not too not too cringe. It's like the right middle point kind of thing.
Said, how do people meet other significant others in Saudi? Like, is there apps people use, or I'm sure there's not like bars or I don't know. I don't know what. How do people meet people?
Um, Actually, everything's available. It just depends on who you know and how you get around. Um,
Like so gangster. It just depends on who you know. You just gotta know the right guy.
Who do you know, Saeed?
I don't know anyone. Don't worry about
You know somebody with binders full of women, apparently.
it. For me, from my perspective, like meeting people, I enjoy meeting people through like people that I already know. So like, let's say I'm sitting with a friend group, and then they invited another branch from their group of friends, and then I meet those people, get to know them and stuff like that. That's how I always looked at it. That's how I always approached it early on. I guess the podcast maybe taught me how to do the social media part, which I really hate, but eventually got used to, I guess. But yeah, I mean, here in Saudi, it really depends on what type of person you are. Like maybe if you want to meet your significant other, it could be through arranged marriage, it can be through your friends, it can be through, I mean, they're opening up public places. Obviously, it's still, the culture isn't that open yet. They're not that used to that environment where it's like, oh, I can just approach someone who I've never met and just talk to them. Like something that I noticed here is that eye contact isn't, they're not used to it. Like I've had eye contact with women here while I'm talking to them, and they start like getting a bit shy and they hesitate, and then so I change my gaze and I start looking at the ground, and I'm like, oh shit.
Oh,
So it's still it's like a work in progress, I would say. And the apps are there, so yeah, everything's available.
Plus, Ali, I wouldn't put it past, the parents of these people, like who are still like my mom is like, I met somebody at church who I think you'll like. I'm like, I haven't been to church in decades. I don't know if I'll like anybody who you met there. But they're gonna keep trying.
Yeah, of course. I, that's like that's like just typical Arab stuff. I mean, have you ever actually tried meeting these people or like talking to them? Being okay.
Hmm.
I
Yeah,
can see the reaction is just like explains everything to them.
yeah. It
So
happened once, and that's what informed my future decisions to never do that again. Yeah.
what about you, Said? Have you ever tried being match made?
arranged? No.
Arranged.
Uh, I think it's still too early for my family to start giving up on me finding my own person. So maybe later on when I'm past my 30s, they'll be like, yeah, I think we should do something about this. Um, right now, they're still giving me the liberty to kind of do my own thing, which is good. I've had people in the family circle start speaking, like maybe we should find them something. Then my mom's like directly shutting them down, saying like, no, 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 don't worry, leave him alone. He's mine. So it's like I still have time, I guess I would say.
Beautiful. How about you,
Yeah.
Ali?
I'm very happy in a happy committed relationship, so life's good. I don't need to be set up, but thanks for
Was
asking.
it set up, or did you guys find each other
Online,
au
yeah,
natural?
on the apps, but
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
it
okay.
worked out. Yeah, I
Hey,
love
Yeah, I've
it.
Lou,
met her
good
as
for
well.
you.
She's a very nice person. Shout out to Mary. Hey, Mary.
Hey, how sweet. This is so wholesome. This is the most wholesome podcast ever.
Yeah, it makes me feel
Let's
very awkward
change
because
that.
yes, yes, please, yes. Yes. Can we switch it up and maybe let's go down the politics route. Maybe do a propaganda, some like I remember there was something that you were talking about where you were saying it's like probably like a controversial opinion that you wanted to share. I don't know.
That's
Oh,
all
it
it
was.
takes.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
let's go
It
back.
was
Let's
just
go back
about
there.
Arab men.
Shit.
Well, no,
Actually,
actually, okay, it's a good, interesting point because growing up, I grew up
mm,
in New York, and my experience was mainly around the Christian Syrian or Christian Arab community in Bay Ridge,
yeah,
Brooklyn. So growing up, I was like, I don't want to deal with Arab men. Like they again, teenage angst and all that. But like the people that I knew were my dad and my brother and the people at church, and I was like, oh, they're that's not my type, you know. Um, and then yeah, like so my sister and I both growing up were like we don't want to end up with Arab men. That's like not gonna that we would hate that.
mm.
And then you grow up and you're like, I don't know if I want to end up with a man at all, actually. um,
Well,
but
there's lots of
now when I
options
think
now.
through it,
AI.
yeah, there's a couple of other options. Yeah. Oh no, I'm dating me and ChatGPT are doing really great. So supportive. Um, but
Of
like the
course, why wouldn't you
older,
want to have a boyfriend that basically does everything you say, right? 100%.
exactly,
You can tell them
except
exactly
for
what to do,
cook and
exactly what to
clean, you know
say.
what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but now like that I'm older, like when I started considering like what I want for my future, and at the time when I was thinking through this also, I was like, oh, maybe I want kids, but then I was like, if I want kids, I want them to like know their history, know their culture, know where they're from, all these things. So it would be easier to impart all of that information on them if they also were like not just half Arab but full Arab. If like their
Mm,
dad also was from the Middle East and can tell them about their history and can speak the language and can get along with my parents, and it's not like a there's like no communication divide, there's no language barrier. So it was interesting to like go through that roller coaster and then end up where I am now, where I'm like marriage doesn't seem like it's for me. I don't think it's for me, you know? I just logically, that's the other thing. My parents forced us to like learn science and math growing up, and they're like, think logically, think logically. And then when I grew up, I'm like, logically, marriage doesn't make sense. They're like, wait a minute, don't think that logically.
Some things don't
Yeah,
need logic. That's not,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Like
what
logically, why would
are
I
the
let a
like the
man live in my
negatives?
house?
So what are the negatives logically speaking about marriage then? If that's like logically you're
It's
saying it's bad.
it's personal. It's for every single person. It's different, right? If like
Mm,
there's somebody who's out there who's like, no, 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 I need somebody around who I want to like have like full trust in and all my communication with, and like it's something to build and share a life with, and that's beautiful. And I if that's what you want, then I want that for you. For me, I
yeah.
want peace and quiet, and I want my house clean. I want my kitchen cabinets closed. I don't know why, but anytime I've had men in the house, they just open up a cabinet and then they walk away. And it's like, hey, you're already there. Just close it. No? Um, it's it's it depends on the person. So you know, it's like a hard question to answer. That's just for me. I want my own space. I think for a long time, even when I was like, if I do get married, I still kind of want my own room, you know. So realizing that once I'm like, now that I'm older, I'm in my adorable mid 30s. I'm like, oh, I could just have all that. I could just do that. There's no rules against it. There's just, I mean, society
Yeah,
will be like, oh, that's a, you know, weird, but
100%.
not like illegal. So,
I've heard of like couples that actually have separate beds because
hmm
I mean I remember I once had this conversation with my ex-colleague, um, and I'm like, because like he was living with his girlfriend, and I was asking him, it's like how is the sleeping going for you, bro? He's like, bro, I'm suffering. I haven't slept properly for the last 3 years. I was like, what the
yeah.
fuck? And
hmm
then he told me, he's like, but she sleeps great. She just sleeps through the night. Nothing happens to her, you know? So, but, and like, when I remember when I was reading about this once, I'm not sure if it was like a scientific article or, but they were saying that it's better if you have like separate beds sometimes because everyone's kind of like used to their own sleeping patterns and their own sleeping arrangements before they get into a relationship. And then when they get into the relationship, it's like they have to adjust, if definitely, especially if they're sleeping in the same bed, they have to adjust having another person there. And that other
hmm
person is gonna might mess up their sleeping patterns, their sleeping arrangements. So maybe the two bed solution isn't too bad.
No, it works for a lot of people. I mean, there's married couples who also, you know,
Ali,
years
did you
down the
put it?
line.
Sorry, I was like, I was hoping
What did
someone
I
got the
miss?
reference.
Explain it to me. I'm dumb.
So, oh man, if you have to explain it, it's gone, kind of.
Ladies,
Two bed solution, kind of two state solution. That's yeah. Anyway,
okay. See,
moving on.
I'm
What
too
were you
gullible.
saying
I'm
about?
very
If each
literal.
person had their own bed, the world would be a
Yeah.
better place. I'll just say it like that.
Thank
Oh,
you.
Equality for all.
oh, yeah, yeah.
This is the most
Lord.
ADHD podcast of all time. We can also agree.
100%.
So glad I get to bring that little bit of me to this podcast. I can't focus. You can't focus. We're on the same page.
100%.
This podcast got so derailed, and it's okay.
How about we change the topic? How about we go to? Oh yeah, what is Burj Khalifa trying to prove? What is Burj Khalifa trying to prove? What's going on there?
Oh my god, did I post that? That sounds like something I posted. Um,
Sorry.
yeah, what
Go
is he
ahead.
trying to? I mean, like literally, like just the tallest, like trying to be the biggest. Like, what are you trying to prove? Like, what are you trying to say? What are
Hmm.
you compensating for? Excuse me. Listen,
Trying to
I
compensate.
have
Yeah.
enough jokes on Dubai that I definitely am not going to be allowed back in. So let's not make it worse.
All
I'm
right.
not trying to make enemies of the state.
Nice
So
question, Said.
you mentioned Natalie Akan in the past. I mean, during the interview, and we know that she pranked you once by sending you to a show. Can you tell us a bit more about that? And also, did you ever get back at her, or like, do you still have to return the favor?
No, oh my God. I, first of all, let me preface this by saying I love Natalie. She is an inspiration. She is a like literally a genius. The way she writes, the way she sees the world, I think it's just so perfect, so funny, and the way she's able to articulate it, amazing. That being said, she is Lebanese, and
Definitely,
no,
yeah.
I historically a lot of my material has poked fun at Lebanese people, um, and also uh, a lot French people, because you guys know the French, how they divvied up the Middle East. The French ended up with Lebanon and Syria, and like there's a whole issue with colonization and cultural change and all of that. So I make fun of the French a lot, but especially because um, they're just such an easy target. I mean, come on. Same with Lebanese. It's like if you're in comedy and you haven't heard a Lebanon is gay joke, then you've been under a rock, you know? Um, but what ended up happening was she had hired me to do a show at NYU. And I was really excited about it because it was going to be my first time doing a show at NYU. But she didn't know much about the show. Or she didn't tell, like, she didn't give me all the information. And I think she didn't have all the information. So once I got there, I found out that the show was a part of a festival about, like, it was a festival of Lebanon that was put together by the French department at NYU. And I was like, oh, is this payback? Like, is this revenge for all of the jokes I've made about Botox and, not seeing a single Lebanese woman with her own nose, and the French, surrendering nonstop, like all of that. Like, I truly got up on stage and was like, I had never been more nervous. I was like, is anyone going to laugh at all? Or are you just going to be mad at me? So I said that on stage. I was like, is this revenge? Is this payback? And I mean, they loved it. And the entire time, Natalie was like, no, I promise it's not. And I was like, it is. Just say it is. Like, make me feel better. Um, that being said, also, like, I love Lebanon. Hope to go one day.
I
But
will say that
also,
if you
fuck
do come.
France. Yeah.
Yeah, France.
I went to Paris once and I was like, okay, I saw it. It's cool, but I don't need to go back.
Yeah, I feel like maybe Europe in general kind of has that effect. Well, no, not Europe in general. Let's say Western Europe, maybe, except Italy.
Except for Ireland.
Yeah. Adi, do you have
Side.
any questions?
Oh,
Yeah.
is there anything else? Oh, um, is anyone in your family still a butcher? I guess. Sorry, we wrote this down.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, to be a fly on the wall during the pre-interview, like just the prep session. Like, what can we ask her? Well, her name is Butcher. I mean, uh, so I tell this joke on stage because, like, you know how there are men out there who are like, I'm a lady killer, like, they just out there like
Yeah.
collecting names. Well, my last name literally means butcher, and my first name in Hindi means penis. So yeah, so I'm like,
Watch
try me,
out.
man. Go ahead, try me. See what happens. It's
Damn.
literally in the name.
We can't mess with Laura Laham.
Nope, absolutely not.
That's something we
I
learned.
don't believe anyone I don't know if anyone in my life is still a butcher, but I do know. So Laham is like a very popular last name, right?
Hmm.
There's um, Christian Lahams, there's Muslim Lahams, and there's Jewish Lahams, uh, from all from Syria. Like,
Yeah, you need to be
one of the
halal,
questions,
kosher, and
yeah,
everything else.
everything to be a
That's
Laham.
fun.
A lot of times Middle Eastern people ask me if I'm related to Dured Laham because of the comedy. And
Mm.
I remind them that his family is Muslim and my family's Christian, so there's no way that there was any relation. But in Brooklyn, there are Jewish Lahams who are actually Lahams, like they're butchers and they're they're in Coney Island. They're also Zios, but still. Um, yeah, but Syrian Jewish butchers that are Lahams in New York. So there's still some of us out there, just
Yeah.
not me. Yeah.
I mean, I
Right.
guess other Arabs just switch it up to like the stereotype. Gotta go to engineering and doctors, basically.
Well, here's the other thing, because like laham means butcher now, but lahme, like in Aramaic, that means bread, right?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
No.
I say old Arabic, but every time I say old Arabic, I get yelled at by Assyrians. In Aramaic, it means bread. That's why Bethlehem is house of
Mm,
bread, house of food. That's where Jesus
wow.
is from. Did you guys not know this?
Okay.
Am I teaching you something about our culture? Okay,
100%.
so in
Yes.
Arabic, it's
That's crazy.
yeah. So
My mind's blown.
me being from Bethlehem and Jesus being from Bethlehem, we're like practically cousins.
Whoa.
Mhm.
I just made that connection, simply drops it there, Yeah, maybe I
No
might
big
be
deal.
related to Jesus. Who knows? That's fine.
I'm not, but like no big deal.
We all are, in a
But
way.
yeah, it used to mean bread. That's the
Wow.
origin of the word.
We learned something on
Mm,
today's podcast. And that's important.
And
exactly.
nobody fact check me.
Khalas.
we won't.
What you
We
said
wouldn't.
is what you said is law. Khalas. We stuck to it.
Khalas, canon.
Sounds good. Well, thanks, Laura. This has been an awesome podcast. Appreciate your time here today.
Mhm.
Those are the questions. We went through
Okay.
them. Had a lot of fun. And yeah, this has been a lot of ADDDHD, but in a great way, because sometimes you don't need to have one coherent thought or argument. Sometimes it's the
Mm,
journey, right? It's like jumping from place to place, getting to the final
Mhm.
destination. And that's something, you can do a lot of cool things in your life, but then you end up doing stand up and fine art, and you found yourself there. Incredible.
Yeah, enjoy the
oh yeah.
journey.
Said?
And I want to say thank you for putting on a tie at 9 in the morning for this.
You betcha.
All right. Thank you guys for watching another episode of A to the Show. Laura, we've been here with Laura. Yeah, I mean, just don't forget to like, follow, and share us. And see you guys. Peace.